when I was like 5 or 6 with, actually no, it had to have been like 8, no, probably 6, my twin sister and my neighbor Nicole, who now goes by Cole, we were bored and we were thinking of stuff to do, and she was over and we would like play and just do dumb shit. And I remember seeing some sort of fundraiser at the YMCA that I went to for swim practice, like every other day or whatever during the week. And I remember seeing that and coming up with the idea that, hey, why don't we go around collecting money from our neighbors for this like fundraiser for a charity or something. We had no idea what it was, but we wrote, however, like we managed to write in like 6-year-old handwriting, like XX fundraiser, whatever, going around knocking on our neighbors' doors asking for legitimate money with these fake signs. And a lot of my neighbors were older at that time, so they welcomed us in, gave us little biscuits. We had never seen the inside of some of their houses. It was so exciting. It was like literally being in a whole other world. We ended up, I think, with like $60, and our parents couldn't find us. And it's a small lane, but when I looked to the right, it was almost that feeling of like, all right, fun's over, flew way too close to the sun, like Icarus is falling. My dad pulls up next to us, throws his bike on the ground, and is like, where were you guys? Where were you? And then Nicole, who doesn't understand that this was a fake fundraising effort, for no reason other than just boredom. Like, we didn't want the money. It was just a feeling of like, let's go do this and knock on people's doors. It was a glorified trick-or-treating. Like, I would rather have candy than the money. But she made the mistake of pulling the money out of her pocket and saying, here's the money that we collected for the fundraiser. She had no idea that it was fake, bless her heart. But the moment she did that, the moment I saw her hands touching the money and her pulling the dollar bills out, I knew it was over. Just, Nicole, fuck. Had she not have done that, I don't think it would have been as big of a reaction, but, you know, we got screamed at, and they were a little concerned that we were making up fundraisers to go house to house. But then we went with our dad, walking around the entire block, giving every person back their money and apologizing, which the old people actually didn't understand what was going on, and they gave us more biscuits, and we were just so goddamn cute. They're like, how can you be mad? But also, like, why would you give 3, 6, and 7-year-olds money? Which the old people actually didn't understand what was going on, and they gave us more biscuits, and we were just so goddamn cute. They're like, how can you be mad? But also, like, why would you give 3, 6, and 7-year-olds money? But anyway, I remember running home to our house thinking that my mom would be, you know, a little bit more lenient, like Dad just yelled at us, and she said, you know, don't come to me for sympathy, whatever. And then our punishment was giving her foot rubs, so that like ameliorated the whole situation. But I don't know, it was pretty hilarious thinking back on it. Oh, and also my family like tracked down Nicole's parents. They weren't home yet, and then when they came home, they had gone over to make sure that they also knew that their kid was a fuck up scammer